this is a bit exciting. This is the next step of the engineering side of NP56, where the local engineer, Tonkins, comes and sees us, looks at the car, measures everything, makes sure it's all correct, and then we pass to the next gate. So I guess what's changed since you've seen this car mostly on social media is we've dropped it back down to a 2-inch lift. Catalytic converters are put back in, so it's a tame sounding V8 now. And any sort of engine codes and sensors and everything that was playing mishap before has all been sorted out systematically one by one. You'll notice with a t-shirt and a hat instead of a beanie because this video has been recorded over a very long period of time. The whole thing took 4 years basically, from start to buying motor to pulling it out, putting the new motor in, getting it running, dynoed, fixing all the bugs, putting the extra snorkel on and all the other things we had to fix, putting the Series 5 front end on it as well, and then getting it road tested. So the process with engineering is we have to get the engineer out to have a look at it first and talk him into even taking on this deal. Next, he does some subjective testing, and it turns out this was easier than we thought because we've used all Nissan parts. Like we've used a Nissan tail shaft, a Nissan engine, we're using a Nissan gearbox. It just happened to all fit together. If we were putting a Toyota drive shaft in it, it'd be a whole nother process. So that's how we could get this through pretty easily with subjective testing, and I'll show you what the tests were on the road. So after this, I take the car to Regency and that's the next step?
Yeah, so the next step is I write a report. I then send it to Regency and apply for what they call a statement of requirements. You can do it, yeah. I found it, yeah.
The subjective testing that we need to do is a brake test, a swerve test, acceleration test, electronic stability control test.
On the fix and just see what happens. Did exactly what it was supposed to do.
Yep. Well, then it would have done it.
I'll set the locals and just plant my foot. You ready? Yeah, you're right. It's good. There's a bit of a think about it. I didn't really kill it, which is fine.
No, I was trying to work out which gear.
Yeah.
Then it goes. And there's another right-hand turn out.
I figure we can try a different surface. Because that'll certainly tell me whether the traction control will work. I won't do it quite so aggressively. I'm just curious to see whether it flashes a light. Okay. Yeah, no, it's working. Definitely working. Usually what I do, I don't do anything too aggressive, but you sort of just come along and you say, well, is it a floaty boat or is it happy enough to actually do what you expect it to? It's actually pretty good.
We put the factory catalytic converters back in because we wanted to make sure it was going to be quiet enough. Turns out we could have got away with a high flow cat. Even a cat delete actually still just came a couple of decibels under the requirements. Now Navara NP56 has passed all of the testing. It turns into a documentation exercise. So every part that's been put in this car has to be documented, put into the report so we can take it to Regency. All right, here we go. Been waiting 4 years to do this. Here we go. I've never felt so good to be legal. So this car that has been quite the puzzle for the last 4 or 5 years is complete. You're not going to believe what I'm about to say. I'm actually going to go and send this to the detailer, get it all cleaned up, and put it up for sale. So you'll see it on Marketplace shortly, and I'm going to take it to the South Australian event Never Been Bogged. So come and have a look at the car there, and yeah, one of you guys can buy the car. It's done. I want to go and do something else now. So we'll see what the next project is. But as for an NP56, I've loved this car. It is so amazing. The power is incredible. Keeping traction is a challenge. But it's time for it to go to the next owner. So you might see this on some other channel next time on YouTube. Yeah.